live. My computer's a little slow today. I hope you're on board with me. This is Peggy Hall with the Healthy American Morning. And today is Tuesday. It's June 7th. It's voting day in California. Today is the primary. And if you're not sure what that means, then I have a whole video all about voting. I have a couple of videos about voting. And let me just get my account set up here, make sure I'm on the right channel with you. All right, here we are. And thank you everybody for your feedback on my hair. It's not virtual hair, it's actually attached to my head. So this is, it's my hair. I bought it, I paid for it. And I am growing my hair out. It's not this long yet, but just think of this kind of as, temporary until I grow it out. And I wanted to try out a couple of different styles. So it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in finding out more about my makeover, you can email support@thehealthyamerican.org and put makeover in the subject line. I will compile everyone's emails and I'll send you a notice about a special, I think we'll do a virtual webinar. I think we'll do a virtual retreat on a webinar. And those of you that are interested in meeting me in person, I'm going to be reinventing myself, and I'm going to be reinventing my in-person retreats. I've done healing retreats for many years, and in the last couple of years, everything was shut down, so I had to put that on hold. But I would love to see you in person. We can talk about mind, body makeover, and it's so thrilling to let our true selves emerge. And that's what I like to do on this show here, is to talk about getting rid of the clutter, whatever is holding us back. Mainly the negative impressions that we may be feeling, the naysayers that are sloshing the hogwash all over us. And we want to stand tall and be confident and competent. So I invite you right now to just take a nice deep breath. Clear out whatever it is you were doing this morning before you came online with me. And I don't know, the color looks a little strange to me today, but I'm just going to let it roll. It's not quite as bright today. I am filming in front of a window. How do you like this virtual set? It's kind of like I'm a little bit more urban. And I just love inviting you into my virtual living room. So one thing I forgot to do was to tell you about these lovely cards and letters that you lovely healthy Americans are sending me. So before we talk about passion today, the rest of this week, we're going to be talking about passion, purpose, and people, how they all intersect, what that means for you, how you can really step into the next version of your life. We've had a couple of years of being really hogwashed, right? We've had the hogwash sloshed all over us. I want to break free from all of that. Hence my new look. I just want a fresh start. And I'm so glad that you're joining me. I'm so glad for those of you that are sending me cards and letters and goodies. And this came in the mail along with many other things, and I'll be sharing throughout the week. And this is from a lovely Susan, and she sent me a little box and a card, and it says, "Dear Peggy, I have been following your wonderful work for quite a while, and thank you for your positive energy. We at Sparkle Afterlife focus on healing from our beloved pets. I hope you can feel some peace. As some of you may know, my little itty bitty went over the Rainbow Bridge earlier this year, right around the same time as David's mom, my mother-in-law, passed away. So for those reasons, I've been grieving. I know many of you have had losses. I've had previous losses, and this is so thoughtful. And I want to share with you the website as well. So it is, I had no idea what it was, and I opened it up, and here it is. I know it's a little hard to see in the virtual reality here. So let me see if I can hold it there. And what this is, it is a container of sparkle glitter. And it says, I'm going to read to you from the card. It says, "Pets touch our lives and make a mark on us that lasts forever. They make us whole. When they leave, we never forget them. We smile when we remember their unwavering friendship. We're grateful for everything they gave us and everything they continue to give us. Glitter," this is glitter right here, "glitter captures the light from your friend. It sparkles with every wonderful moment you spent together. Spread yours at their favorite places, reflect on a life well lived, and celebrate their brilliant memories. And then it says, in loving memory of Itty Bitty. This is so special. Susan sent this to me. Thank you, Susan. And I want to share with you her website. And we are going to hop right on over, and it is sparkleafterlife.com. So let's hop right on over there. I actually was on the FAQ page. Let's go to the homepage of the website, and it says, goodbyes are always hard. Let me know in a comment below, have you ever lost a beloved pet? It's unlike any loss that I've had. I've spoken before about how, well, I'll do that after I come off the website, and I'll talk about why it's so painful for me personally when I have to say goodbye to my beloved family members, my four-footed family members. So it says, shine on. Sparkle Afterlife is dedicated to helping you celebrate the wonderful memories you've shared with your pet. Animals are a significant and constant part of your life and make a profound impact. They are a source of comfort and companionship, of unconditional love and acceptance, of fun and joy. Then it says, saying goodbye can be the hardest thing of all. Losing a pet is hard and no one talks about it. Our goal is to change that and create moments of reflection and celebration. No matter how or when we lose our pets, their unconditional love lasts a lifetime. Sparkle Afterlife helps you celebrate and reflect on a life well loved. So you can send this sparkle to someone that you know, and here are the different things that you can do. And it's so thoughtful. I am grateful for all of you that have sent me cards of condolence and your messages and so forth. What I wanted to say about the pets is that when God created man, as we are taught in the Bible, the creation story, as it's often referred to, he created Adam. He formed him from the dust of the ground. He breathed into Adam the breath of life, and man became a living soul. That's why the breath is so important. It's so important to stay connected to our Creator, and it keeps us grounded and calm and connected and focused and alive. That's why I've spoken out so vehemently against restricting your breathing. And sometimes when we're anxious and nervous, we restrict our breathing without even realizing it. But I'm certainly not going to add to it with the suffocation device. But the creation story tells us that after God created Adam, he created, well, actually, before he created Adam, he created animals. So animals were given to the earth. The earth was formed. It's wonderful if you'd like to read the book of Genesis and read the biblical account of the creation of life. So God created the animals, and then he created Adam. Before he created Eve, Adam named all the animals. Adam, or we can say mankind, we humans had a relationship with animals before we had a relationship with another human being. So that bond between mankind, between human beings and animals, in my view, is sacred. And it is a reflection to me and an example of God's endless love, of his deep, incredible, adjective defying love for us. And we feel that with our animals. At least that's what my experience is in my life. That bond between our animals is so strong, it never dies. And then I also let you know about a wonderful grief specialist who has her own YouTube channel, and it's called Embracing Your Grief. This is Stephanie Rogers. I actually had counseling from her when I was recovering from and expressing my grief during my losses. And she specializes in pet grief, but it can be applied to any loss in your life. And she has wonderful short videos about getting through grief and why it's important to grieve. And I highly recommend her YouTube channel. I included a link to it over Mother's Day, where she spoke about all kinds of mothers that may have had a miscarriage and haven't had children. One day I'll tell you my story. There are mothers that are people like me whose mothers are deceased, and that can be painful in on a Mother's Day. And speaking about, like, I'm a spiritual mother to so many, I feel, and many have told me that. And she has such a keen eye related to grief. I think of myself someone as a grief specialist as well. I've had tremendous losses and I've run grief share groups, and I love hearing other voices and perspectives. So if you're interested in pet grief in particular, check out sparkleafterlife.com and check out the YouTube channel, Embracing Your Grief. Let Stephanie know that I sent you. So talking about today, passion. I would say that one of my passions right off the top of my head is animals. I've always been passionate about animals from a very young age. And the reason why I want to talk about passion today, we're going to be talking about passion, purpose, and people. And I was thinking, oh, what order should I put that in? Should I talk about people first or purpose first or passion? And it dawned on me that there is no direct order to talk about these things because they're all interconnected. And it can help you and me when we think about what it is we want to do with this one precious life that we have. And in that, we have gone through so much hogwash over the last couple of years. I mean, it's going on 2.5 years, which is incredible. So many people that I've spoken to have told me that they've been changed in a positive way. So many people told me that they found a spark of passion that they hadn't had for a long time, that they felt renewed and rejuvenated and alive and committed to the truth, to exposing evil. That's basically my job description, is exposing evil and then giving tools against this tyranny to fight it, all the while being encouraged and uplifted on a positive trajectory, knowing that we battle with a vanquished foe, that victory is ours in the end, that if you believe, as I do, in eternal life, that there is something more beyond this physical world. So I operate from a place of great confidence and optimism and positivity. It's just how God made me. Many people told me that they had a renewed sense of passion in their life. They felt energized. Now, part of that may have been the adrenaline surge and the cortisol and the stress hormones that were flooding the body during these very stressful times. But that is also how God created us. So when there is something that we have to fight, that we might fear, that we have to flee from, we have this surge of adrenaline that does give us energy, but it's not a lasting energy, and it can masquerade as a false energy. But when we tie our life and our goals in life and our reason for living, when we can tie that in with a passion, I find that the passion can continue to generate that energy. And it's not the highs and lows that we have of the adrenaline and the cortisol and the other stress hormones. It's more of a sustained energy. Let me know in a comment below what you are passionate about. Maybe you have had a renewed sense of passion in your life. I have always loved teaching. I've been a teacher since I can remember. My mom told me that when I was 5 years old, I lined up all my stuffed animals and I had a toy that was a chalkboard. It was a life-size blackboard is what they were called back in the day. And it was black, not a whiteboard, a blackboard. And you had chalk and you could draw on the blackboard. And I was teaching my stuffed animals. So God created in me the gift of teaching. It's natural for me. It's a passion that I have. And it is what I do in my daily life. I have made a long career out of teaching in different formats. I started out as a swim instructor. So I was teaching swimming lessons as a teenager, and then I continued that. In fact, I continued teaching swimming lessons in some form all of my life because I have specialized in teaching adults who are afraid of the water. I also ended up teaching surfing and teaching water fitness classes. So anything related to physical fitness. I was a personal trainer. I love teaching about the body and about being healthy. And that morphed into teaching about nutrition. I became certified as a personal trainer, as a nutritional therapist. I have a certificate in weight and lifestyle management. Now, you know that I don't really care about the certificates and the titles and all of that. I'm explaining that just as an example of how much I'm passionate about physical health, and not just physical health, but mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, intellectual health, keeping all of those aspects of your being optimized and elevated and uplifted. And that's what I had been doing over the last 20 years or so with my business called Living Swell with Peggy Hall. I'm actually reinvigorating that business in terms of my beauty products, my natural living products, my retreats, and then my online classes, such as Simplify and Declutter Your Life, and Stop Stress Eating, and Quit Fighting with Food, and Healing Life After Loss. So all of these, and going on retreats, the healing retreats. So all of these activities are my passion. And that also is tied in with my passion for rescuing homeless, neglected, and abandoned, abused animals. I've done that for many years. When I lived in Morocco, I rescued animals. When I was here in the United States, where I am right now, at a young age, I volunteered as an educational tour leader at different local animal shelters. And then as I got older, it was very hard for me to see the abuses that were happening at the city and county level. A lot of the animal shelters that I volunteered at were private. They were community. They were funded as nonprofits. They did not belong to the city, state, or county. And then come to find out, a lot of these county shelters, they were called dog pounds when I was growing up. The horrors that happened there. Now, not everywhere, but certainly in some areas in California, animals are destroyed against the law because there are laws related to how long you can keep an animal and many other things. The point that I'm getting at here is that I've tied my passion with my businesses to animals, because a portion of the revenue that I bring in all goes toward animal rescue. Actually, I have my own group called Compassion for All. And 2 years ago, when I started The Healthy American, I got so much hate mail, death threats. I got people attempting to take down my websites. I had people finding out where I lived, sending me horrible things in the mail, just a lot of hate. I mean, I had to go to the sheriff. It was I never talk about it because I don't want to give it energy or attention. But what happened is, at that time, I took all of my websites offline. I took down my fitness websites. I think I took down my peggyhall.com website. I took down Compassion for All, because I didn't want to give any fuel to the fire of these haters and evildoers that were going to seek to derail my good work. I didn't want anyone that had been associated with me, for example, in my animal rescue groups, to receive the fallout of these evildoers and have these other individuals feel fearful that they were associated with me. So all of that came offline. But now, 2.5 years into it, I've well established The Healthy American. I've, over the last couple of months, come back online here at Living Swell with Peggy Hall, because I really want to give more energy and effort and attention into my healthy, natural living aspect of what I do. Now, The Healthy American is called The Healthy American, and not just the Proud American or the Red, White, and Blue American or the Standing Strong American. I named it The Healthy American on purpose. In fact, God gave me the name for the business. It literally just came to me, and I thought, I am an American. I stand on health. All of these hogwashers are telling me that I'm sick when I'm not. And I am going to refute that by building into the very name of my company the word health. So it's The Healthy American. And it really dovetails with what I do here at Living Swell. So look forward. I hope you'll look forward to and keep your ear out for more of my programs that will be focused on not just your rights and the laws that protect them, not just on fighting City Hall. All of that will continue, absolutely. But I want to get back to natural, healthy living. I want to help people reinvent themselves if they would like to, as I'm doing, a mind-body makeover, feeling that you can connect to your passion and live your passion and your purpose with the people that you want in your life. And that's what I've been doing myself. So my passion for animals is built into everything I do. At the Healthy American, over the last year, I mean, I have donated thousands, and I don't even really talk about it publicly, but because we're talking about passion, I will. I've donated thousands and thousands of dollars to animal rescue groups, because these groups have been they've been hit so hard during all of this hogwash, because the animal shelters were closed down. The volunteers couldn't get there. More and more animals needed attention and care. And then about 2 weeks ago, I aired on my main channel, I'll have to upload it here as well, I aired an interview with one group that I sponsor quite a bit. And this is with my lovely friend, Janine Nielsen. And I hope that everybody is going to buy a ticket to support her rally. And I am doing the underwriting of that program so that she does not have to be out of pocket on any money. So when I am able to combine my passions of teaching, of health, of freedom, of knowledge, of truth, and I intertwine that with my passion for animals, it makes my heart sing. That's what gives me energy. That's why I'm able to come to you day in, day out, all day, every day, because I am engaged in my passion. Now, some people say, well, Peggy, I would love to do my passion, but I don't have the money. I can't make money on it. It costs money to do it. Let's talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about incorporating that into your purpose. And then we'll talk about the people that can come into your life that might be able to help you, or that you might be able to help. So it's all intertwined. And I think here it's still spring. I feel a surge of renewal, of literal rebirth. And I want to render all the hogwashers insignificant. I don't want to fight. I want to create. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be a naysayer. I actually, even though I love my rants and I have those from time to time, I don't want to lose my mind over this. I actually want to use my energy in a positive manner. So let me know if you're on board with me. I can't wait to read all your comments. It's so great to have you here. And thank you, Ava, being on board as our moderator, along with Rhonda. I just love what this last couple of years has brought to me. Ava and Rhonda have been on board with me at the Healthy American from day one. They have made sacrifices. They're standing strong. Our lovely Rhonda, some of you may know, is even going not only out of town, out of state, out of country to get her medical care. There's always another way, my friends, and you can find it. Ava has given up 2 years of income because she refused to comply with her employer's unlawful, egregious, discriminatory demands. And now things are changing. And I have found that a lot of companies are starting to ease off. More and more companies are dropping the nasal assault and the suffocation requirements and the human pincushion, although that they're going to keep pushing, I'm sure. They're going to be making it strongly suggested. So hang in there, everybody. You're doing great. Thank you to my moderators for being on board all this time. And I count my Healthy Americans among my greatest blessings. Let me know about your passion and let's talk about it. Let's explore this. Let's find ways that you can be connected and you can be engaged in your passion, even without money. And there are so many ways to do it. So hope that was helpful for you today, friends. I will be back with you tomorrow. It is going to be a premiere live stream. In fact, I'm going to record it right now in advance because I have an appointment that I need to be at tomorrow morning and I don't want to miss you. So look for that live streaming as a premiere at 11 a.m. tomorrow. You'll be able to chat in the chat room and give support and get some more support from our lovely Healthy American family. I'm always over at thehealthyamerican.org. Listen, if you need help, I want you to email support. That's it, support at put in the THE, healthyamerican.org. My lovely Olivia is so competent and confident, and she's going to point you in the right direction. If you want to know about how to get on a list to find out about my mind body makeovers coming up, just put makeover in the subject line. And don't forget to vote today. Let's see what else. If you want to know about what's going on over at the Healthy American, I've got some other webinars coming up. So join me this afternoon starting at 5 p.m. I'll tell you all about it. Always love seeing you, friends, and I'll see you in the very next broadcast.